Today I'm going to show you how to add keys to your room so you can make special unlockables like costumes, props, special roles, VIP areas, stuff like that. But just to warn you, you cannot get access to keys in your room unless you are an active subscriber of Rec Room Plus and my channel. This video will be split into 4 sections. The first section I'll show you how to make the keys, and then the next sections will all be how to use them for costumes, for props and donations, and then for roles and VIP areas. So first we need to make the key. What you're going to do is make your room, and then you're going to go into your watch, go to this room, go to settings, and then at the top you should see keys. So this will bring you to the screen where you can make new keys. You're going to hit add key, and then you're going to name it something. It has to be at least 3 characters. So we're going to do test key. Okay, and then give it the description. The description must be 10 characters at least. Okay, and then we have to do a cost between 10 tokens and 10,000 tokens. I'm just going to do 10, and then you hit save, and it will make your key for you. Next, you need to choose what you want your key to do. So we'll start with the easiest one, which is costume. All right, so here's our really simple costume with 3 dots on the face. If we want to add keys to this, what we're going to do is configure the dummy itself. And as you scroll down, you'll see lock equip with key. You're going to click that, and then you're going to choose the key that you want to put with that. So we only have one, just the test key. So we'll click on that, and that will basically attach the key to that. And if you want to use this costume, you'll have to purchase that key. So if I walk over here, costs 10 tokens, click on it, it'll open up the watch, and it'll ask you if you want to buy it. Now, because I own it, it won't actually make me buy it, but I can test it, hit buy, and you can hear that, and then I can equip it and unequip it. And it works the exact same way for the new dummy. If I hit figure here, lock to equip key, same deal. So if you've been in a room recently, you've probably seen these donation cubes where you grab one and each one costs a different amount of tokens, and it's just kind of donations to give to the creator. We can also do the exact same thing with props. So if you want to give people a special prop in your room, you can give them that unlock as well. I'm going to show you how to make these since they're basically the same thing. What we're going to do here is the same thing we did with the dummy, just configure the object, and then you'll see down here lock pickup with key. So then we have test key 2 here that I made off screen. Click that so that test key 2 is with it, and make sure that you put is grabbable on it. If you do this with a prop, just leave it, that way people can grab it and do whatever they want with it. But with these specifically, you like them to pop back into place. So what we do is we get an animation gizmo out. I'm going to set it here, and we're going to add the one that we put the key on to the animation gizmo. Okay, and then just configure it to on. So now, number one, when I try to grab this, it'll ask me to buy the key. And then if I do buy the key, now I can grab this block, but when I let go, it'll get transported directly back to where it came from. Whereas if you did it with a prop, you don't necessarily want that to be transported right back to where it came from. Last but not least, we have the most complicated one, and that is giving people certain roles when they unlock the keys or access to like a VIP area. First, what we want to do is make a cube or whatever it is that the person can grab. And just like last time, what we want to do is configure it, put on our key, so lock pick up with key, make test key 3, and then make it grabbable. But don't grab it or test it yet. What you want to do, give this a tag. So let's configure this and give it the tag 1, 2, 3. Then what we want to do is get all objects with tag. Okay, this will give you, and you want to configure the tag so that it matches up with that one. 1, 2, 3. Alright, then this will output a list. You don't want a list, there's only one object with that tag, so we're going to do a get element, and we're going to attach it to that. And since there's only one, you can just leave that. Okay, then what you're going to want to do is get last player equipped object. Okay, and so this will output the last player that touched the object. For that player, you want to add role. So add player, add role. Okay. So put that right there. Now we have to make the roll. So let's say that we want to give the person who grabs that cube flying. What we're going to have to do is make a new roll so we can add it to this. Let's get a roll chip out here. Roll chip. Configure the roll chip. We're going to say a roll for flying. Okay, and then we want to edit the roll. And we want to turn flying on for that roll. So then let's configure it so that this gives the roll of flying. So now we kind of have to add some logic in here of when this person is allowed to fly. What we're going to do is get a if chip. Let's attach it to that right here. So the way this works is if that person is holding this, so let's put the bool here and attach it. If the person is holding it, then we want them to get the roll. So then what we're going to do is get a event receiver out here. Event receiver. Stick it on here. Configure this to the 30 hertz, so it's always checking. Okay, and so now, if somebody picks up this object, then they will get the roll of flying. And the only way they can pick that up is if they buy the key. So right now I don't have the flying roll, but if I grab this, it'll ask me to buy the key. So let's go ahead and buy the key. Alright. And now I've got the roll of flying now because I've grabbed the cube. And now I should be able to fly. So now the last section of this, I want to do how to make VIP areas. Like how to make a certain area that people can't get into unless they have a certain roll. And it works pretty much the exact same way. You're going to leave it like this. The only difference is you need to make the VIP area. So we're going to use an invisible collision for this. And let's just kind of make it here. You're going to make your invisible collision so nobody can get in there. You're going to configure it. And you're going to use only disable for. And you're going to tell it the role you want it to disable for. For this instance, the name of the role is flying. Now, because I have the roll of flying, it should let me through here. And there you go. Well, hopefully this video taught you a little bit about how to use keys in Rec Room. If you liked it, be sure to throw a like on it. Have a good day, everybody. RCO Man out.